Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm in the .NET Developers Community Singapore, and we are going to talk about minimal API in the .NET 6. Uh, so today there will be no slide. Yeah, that's why my opening screen is Visual Studio Code, because we're just going to dig some of the code and we'll go from there. Okay, let's do it. So any one of you probably knows, when we create a web API, uh, it takes a lot of so-called ceremonial code, which is a boiler code. Uh, Hold on, let me check. Yeah, I hope you can hear my voice. I saw in the monitor here. Okay, okay. So let's do this. So I'm in a minimal API folder. So we are going to start this. Before we start, for anyone who is starting using .NET, no problem. I will start from scratch here. Number one, before you start, you hopefully you already installed .NET 6 or .NET 5 at least. But this one I'm going to use .NET 6, which will be released somewhere around November this year. So hopefully you start the install the preview one. So to check .NET, as usual, just type .NET -- info. So this one will check the entire information on .NET. Dash version also can, but it's -- info is more complete. So you need to know that I have installed this. Okay, preview. You guys can hear my voice, right? So this is a .NET 6 preview 5, and then of course my OS is Windows, not Windows 11 yet, but probably Windows 11 next month. I don't know. We'll see. And then here's a bunch of the runtime that I have installed, including the preview 5 as well. So let's start this as usual. If you type .NET new, you will see a bunch of template, right? It is. Oh, look at that. You have template, Android. Aha, Android. Why there's Android here? So why there's Android here? Thanks, Paul. So you guys can hear us, can hear me good. And then look at that, Maui. Oh yeah, you need to install this because it's still a preview. And then you also have iOS here. Why? Because I tested, you can develop using Visual Studio Code to develop mobile app. Yes, seriously, you can use Visual Studio Code to develop mobile app, which is awesome. And then, yeah, you can also develop Mac OS. Yes, .NET 6. Guys, you just wait for .NET 6. Not wait, I mean, just download now the preview and you're going to love it, okay? They're using Mac Catalyst is for the UI and the tvOS, okay? But we are going to talk about minimal API. So let's do this. As usual, .NET new, web API. I'm going to choose this one. This one. Okay. That is the web API. We are going to create API. Maybe I'm just going to name it mini API. And I'm just going to put in the folder source just to distinguish the folder. And let's do this. And as you can see here on the left side, look at that. What on earth is that? If someone wants to learn .NET and they want to create an API and they just run this .NET web API thing and they get this kind of thing, number one, when they open this, they will see, okay, what is this? And then after that, they will see this. Oh no, what is this? And then this is of course the demo, the weather forecast demo, the template. I mean, for the sample, and it has a controller like this. You see, there's a bunch of ceremonial that is. Let's say you just want to create "Hello World" web API. You just want to create a one-liner, "Hello World," but we get this kind of thing. It's okay. It's been there for a long time, but now in .NET 6, we can make it as a minimal API. So minimal API or mini API is a the boiler code behind the scene will be, I can say, squeeze into one place that they create the what do you call it, the code is more easier to understand and easy to read. So if just to mention that in uh, the previous build, it is said that the .NET minimal API is smaller than Node. Yes, Node Express, Node.js Express. So just make, yeah, smaller. Okay, I think it's around 7 to 10 line different. But hey, that's nice. So number one, how to create a minimal API. Number one, this startup, delete, done. That's all. And this one, all delete. Yeah, we don't need that. Yeah, that's it. It's gone. But then because we are going to use .NET 6 preview, we cannot just run this compiler because it's going to, yeah, it's not going to work. So to do that, we need to add a Nuget config. So to do that, just maybe I need to go to the source first, and then I'm just going to .NET new Nuget config. That. Yep. So here is the Nuget config, and I am going to add, which I already have this line, this two. So this one is for the nightly build. So if you want to try the .NET using the nightly build, you must have this package link to the repo, okay, to get the code. And then number two, you need to go to the mini AP, sorry, CS proj here. If you can see in here, oh, we're going to delete this swashbuckle for now. We're not going to use it. We need to add the language version, which is version preview, because we are going to use C#10. Okay, so we are going to use C#10. And then some of other things that we need to add is, hold on, I'm just going to copy this to make the time, because otherwise I have the time to. Where's the tooling just now? Oh, oh my god, where's the tooling? I think I delete that. Hold on, let me check. uh, okay, never mind. We start from here, because I think without the tooling we cannot run this. Okay, I am get from. Yeah, this one it's not straightforward, because we're still going to uh use some external tooling for creating this. Okay, yeah, maybe we can start from the code first. Okay, so in this program CS, we can actually just add this more code. I'm just going to copy paste here, make it fast, just like that. And that's it. This will create an API. This is a web app actually, and it will create a welcome page. Let's just restore this. Save and .NET restore. Not that one. And then I'm just going to do a .NET run. Okay. And we click this. Where is my browser? Here it is. So you are going to see just like this because it's a simple welcome page. Okay. Pretty awesome, right? So with just three lines of code, okay, you'll be able to create that. But the thing is, we can make it more simpler by moving this out to, so call it the global file, call it .usings. Later we can add that if I can remember where I put the tooling code. I think I just deleted just now. It's okay. And then we start the next code by doing like this. For example, I'm just going to do a hello world. Just going to replace this with hello world. Okay. This one is require using system. But as you can see here, it's starting to fill up in here. And that is going to cause, well, when you say it's mini API, we shouldn't see this, right? Later we can remove that. But the thing is, just like this, just by doing this, let's .NET run this and click again. And it's not showing. Hold on. Did I? Okay. Okay, I think I need the tooling. Hold on, because I don't remember where I put the tooling code, which is maybe someone can help me where to find the tooling. Here. So the tooling is some kind of like a setting to use the tooling for the code. Okay. On that one, I think this is one. I'm pretty sure I copied that. It is. Sorry guys. Hold on because this one it's not easy to remember. Yeah. Yay! Found it. So I'm just going to paste in here. Look at that. Who's going to remember this? So this is the idea is going to restore. So the idea is the tool set here. If you look at the tool set, is using the latest tool set for the compiler, and then we are going to have a private asset, everything like this. It's just a setting. But look at this. It's include.using. So meaning that we need to add a file. Call it .usings. Okay. And then once we add this, we be able to actually move all of this code into this using, but I'm not going to do that right now. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to build again. Because I need to return hello world. That's my point. Run. Yes. .NET run. Okay. Yay. This is what I'm hoping for. Okay. So we be able to see the hello world here. Okay. But then you will ask, for example, you are going to ask, what happened if I have like authentication? What happened if I have, for example, like uh, dependency injection or something like that? Okay, so it, it doesn't matter. You can add this. It's like normal. This one is like actually like the normal. You know the app method. The one that is has an what do you call it? The configuration method is the service, and the other one is if you remember in the startup CS, you can actually add in there as well. So the thing is, the idea is the same. What is different is actually the way you could is everything will be in this one program.cs. So for example, let's change the builder here, the app. I'm just going to add a builder here. So the idea is this, the difference is between the first one without the builder. This one, it has a service. So if you look at this, it has a service, right? So for example, if you want to like add singleton, you can. Okay, so you can this if there is why there here Microsoft extension dependency injection, then you'll be able to add a singleton, and then you'll be able to use it in here. But how? Okay, in the previous one, you need to have a like HTTP context, which is very long. But now in .NET 6 is quite simple. So I'm just going to copy. I'm just going to copy some very sophisticated class. Yeah, it's a greeting class. I'm just going to make it more simple here. So it's a class, it's greeting class, and it say hello, and then what is the input? And I'm just going to make this I'm going to put this container as a singleton, right? Why not? Okay, so it's a type of it's okay. And I'm just going to use this greetings. Last time in the previous one we can do in here, but you need to get the service, right? You need to get all of the service, everything which is well, I'm not going to do that. Okay, so the idea is let's make this more simpler, which is collect from service, from services, and I'm just going to put greetings here. So many greetings. Okay, so many greetings, and then I'm just going to put a service like that. Okay, and in here I am just going to do service dot greetings service dot say hello. Okay, and then I'm just going to put world of .NET 6, not 5, 6. Okay, so okay, there you go. So this is from service, and this is greetings, and this one is the variable, and then you can just do like this. Maybe this. Yep, yep. So let's cancel this and build. Oh, an error. From services attribute, they cannot find this from services. Why? Because we need to add include. Hold on. From services is okay, who remember MVC, right? Yeah, I think. And there you go. Okay, and then let's run this. Okay, and then we click this, and why showing always showing on this? Okay, now you get hello world of .NET 6. You just imagine how easy to make an API like this. It has an injection, and we be able to use it. This one, why is there's a squiggly? This is because Visual Studio Code, I think the OmniShop, the Roslyn, I mean, don't have that detection for the .NET 6 still preview, but this one will be gone. I'm pretty sure will be gone after that. Okay, so now once we already do this, let's move this all. Okay, we move it to usings here, but I am going to add the global in here. Global, meaning that all the entire using for the entire project, you can put in one file here, call it .usings. You can put everything in here, and your code will be so clean like that, and it still work. Okay, let's build again. Okay, this one is complaining is because the tooling still not it's not yet supported, but it will gone. Okay, and if you run again, okay, and it will be the same. Okay, nice, right? You happy with that? So you just imagine now if you want to show someone how to create an API, web API using .NET, showing like this makes your friend or a student wants to learn more because it's simple, right? It's pretty simple. Okay, I have a question. Later, I will answer this one. It's pretty simple and it's very short. You see, like this one is because let's say I want to be like that. You see, it's only 6 line of code. It has dependency injection. It has everything. Let's make it more little bit let's say crazy. So how to do that? Let's say I don't want to use dependency injection. Yeah, I don't want to use it. I just want to use for service new greetings. So my service is actually I just use new. Uh can I use it like this in here? Of course not, right? But I haven't tried. Let's try this. Build. It can. Let's try this. I don't think it's going to run. Oh, look at that. Because I haven't saved. Impossible. Hold on, sorry. Save. Build. Error. No? Run. Interesting. Is it working? No, it's not. It's not working. You see? So how do we make this work? If I want to do like this, I don't want to use dependency injection. I just want to simple instantiate like this. How to do that is actually quite easy. So the idea is we just copy actually the code that I already test just now. Actually, I just test just now. And yeah, it's just like this, but this one is simple, right? You can just directly instantiate and then run it. Save this, go see this, let's build, and a delegate type could not be inferred. Why? Okay, why? Uh, Interesting. It was working just now. Believe it or not. So hold on, check the code. Ah, really? Oh, Yeah, maybe. So actually, while doing this, I'm also doing some experiment just now. No, it's not. It's not working. But I'm pretty sure it was, it was working previously. No idea why. Okay. Uh, I mean, using a like this is already fine. I mean, yeah, like this is already more than enough for us to create a simple API, right? So let's do some stuff that is actually what we can do here. For example, let's say you want to do some kind of like authorization, right? Okay, so I'm just going to copy the usings first because I don't want to type one by one. So this one I need to add the ASP.NET Core HTTP, and we need to add the authentication and a jot bearer, for example. Okay, and then we save this, and then in here, all we have to do is do something like this. I'm just going to copy paste because I do not want to type it. Now it's only 30 minutes. I haven't started the Docker yet to minimize the to deploy the API. Okay, so the idea is we can do something like this. You see, you just add require authorization here. Okay, this one is not only map get, right? It has post, it has everything that you need for normal, and of course you can do something like home if you want like that. That's depend on the API that you want to create here. But the idea is pretty simple. Just how many lines like this? Yeah, and then you'll be able to create. It has a jot bearer, and this one you can use OpenID. For example, you want to use identity model, and then you'll be able to secure this API, put it in the API resource in configuration, and then use OAuth 2 or 2.1, and then you'll be able to use the API. So let's run this into build first, and it has a missing namespace jot bearer. I thought I add already here. Oh, I need to restore. Yeah, restore and build. Why? Does not as Microsoft ASP not authentication does not exist. It is exist. What do you mean? Okay, let's try put this back here. I think I may miss something. This one because still preview. Oh, it's not there. Why? Interesting. Hmm. Why? Oh, oh my god. Of course. I need to add in the what is the name of the package? All right. Can I just copy from somewhere? Make it fast. Hold on, I have so many code to copy from. Don't want to. Yeah. Here. Yay. That should work. Going to restore it. Yep. That should work. Build. Yay. And then once we run this, run. As you can see, if I click this, come here again. You can see that this, if you F12, F12. Can you see this? Okay. I'm just going to refresh. Boom. You see this? Okay. Meaning you can use like a normal API with security and everything. So it's good, right? So the thing is, once you create this, let's say you create a minimal API now, um, but then when you deploy this to Docker, for example, it takes a lot of what do you call it, size, the size of the runtime, everything that you need to choose. Okay, so for example, like this one, I already have the code which I am going to use this, because this code is quite interesting. This is the weather app. Okay, so this is the weather app, the normal weather app, that the one that we usually see in the controller here. So what I did is I just copy paste some of the code, and then I put it in here, and then I add something in here just to make sure that it has access to the I mean, it can write something from Docker. So this is what we are going to deploy to Docker. Okay, uh, but then it has a problem, right? So the problem is, how do we compile this? How do we put this inside the Docker? Maybe just to make sure, just to make this run smoothly without this wiggly. Okay, I'm just going to use a normal .NET 5, which is actually minimal API as well, but it's .NET 5. Hold on, so I'm just going to get some of the code back. I just want to make it work because the time is running out. I mean, still .NET 6, but I'm just going to paste this mini project. Okay, I am just going to add this thing. Okay, so this one, what we are going to do is we are going to deploy to Docker Linux, and we are going to use Alpine because Alpine is the smallest, right? And then we are going to deploy as a single file, and it's a self-contained. And then we only want one language, which is English. I mean, invariant. So if you don't use this, if you make it files, they will include other language and other localization, which is something that it's not going to make it small. And then we're going to trim. Yep, we're going to trim, and then the trim mode is link. So some of them is which is still must be used, then will be there. Okay, and for the setting, hold on, I'm just going to make it all the same case. Yep, I think that's it. Let's try this. Let's create a Docker file. Create a Docker file. Maybe I just copy, because otherwise. Docker file. Put it in here. Can I copy directly? No, I can. Okay, create Docker file. Okay, and I'm just going to open this and paste this. Okay, so after doing some testing one by one, previously, if this one, for example, you want to use like Buster Slim, if for example, let's open one browser, and we go to Docker Hub. And then we search for .NET SDK. do not search .NET Core SDK. Okay, it's not now. You need to just type .NET SDK in here. And then let's say if I want to use the normal SDK, for example, like this one, preview one. And if you look at this, all of this, like the AMD one, everything, it has a buster stream, everything, but the size still 250 megabytes or something. Let's see this. Not mistaken, Docker image I already pull. For example, like this one, Ubuntu is 72 megabyte, which is very good. But the normal ASP.NET runtime, okay, yeah, I think I show you the wrong one. Supposed to be the runtime. So net runtime, core runtime. This one. Yep, this one. For example, if you do that, you can see that it is 205 megabytes. So you create a small API like 3 lines, or 4 lines, or whatever it is, but then you want to deploy. It requires 205 megabytes runtime to do this, which is not a very good thing, right? So yeah, what we want is using this Alpine. Okay, so this Alpine is very small, and then what we want to do is only we add the package, the library that is needed for the runtime to just run, for example. Okay, so that's the idea. And then this one is the mini API, because just now tested for the other demo. Okay, so we want to run this application in Docker with only just this 3 library, and hopefully it's working. Okay, yeah, I test already last time, but this one I'm just going to do some changes, which is I never used this before inside the Docker, because last time it was not working. By the way, there's a question here. How to handle middleware in this API? You can actually, okay. So mini API, you can actually make it the same, you can add another class, CS file. I mean, you can add that. I mean, it's not strict like this. This one is, for example, if you just want to make a simple API that is doing simple thing, for example. I'm not saying that we should not use controller. No. uh, if it is very complex, if the application, their web APIs require more business or domain logic or something, then you still need controller. But this minimal API, you can also even use EF Core if you want. You want to create DB context, you just create a DB context in here, for example, in the same file, for example, in program CS. That one will also work. Okay. So in that case, let's do this. So we have this. What should we do? Number one is Docker build, and I'm just going to API. I'm just going to name it mini API and Docker file. Okay. So this one will pull, and we don't have the publish. Where's the publish? Because we haven't compiled. Yeah. So we're going to compile as a release first for the one that this application. We're going to generate the publish. Yeah, we have published now here. Okay. And what we are going to do is we are going to deploy this to Docker. Okay, time is so fast. It's 8:41 already. Okay, now let's build the Docker. Yep, it's going to pull. Yep, and then let's see the image. Look at that. It works. Okay, but I think if I remove some of the usings, this one is maybe smaller. Maybe I need to. We don't need this, right? Do I need this? No. Let's do it again. Sorry, we need to compile first. Publish. I haven't saved. Why? It's compiling to Alpine. Ah, okay. Build first. I think I removed some of the usings. Seriously. I'm just going to put it here. This is the first time I tried. Because last time what I did is without the usings. So that one works. But now I am going to do it with this. Maybe .NET Restore first to make sure. And .NET Build just to make sure. Builds. It's not built. I enrolled this. Uh, that's weird. Okay. Let's put back in. Pretty sure it's that. Okay. Make them happy. Build. The name I know. Uh, and okay. This one is memorable. Is what link you, right? Try this. Yay. Okay. So I think the idea is just have to add this. Yep. Build. Done. Okay. Let's publish, release. Boom. This should work. Takes time. While doing that, I'm going to read. Missing HTTP context. Oh, that one is in the previous .NET, yes. But according to the spec and .NET 6, you can actually inference directly there, so you don't have to use HTTP context. It was working. I don't know why. The as usual, every time we're doing demo live, it's always happen. Okay, so one of you wants to see the publish folder. I think it's I think for the mini API, the DLS is quite small. But the thing is, when we deploy here, so let's just remove first. I'm just going to remove this just to RMI. Okay. So we don't have this, and then I'm just going to build. Where's build? Docker build. Here it is. Build. Okay, come on. Let's see how big is the size now. 048.1. Interesting. It was 45.9 just now. Okay. So this one maybe can cost, yeah. Well, but still okay, right? 48, 48 megabyte to run it. But you might thinking, is it run? I don't know. Let's test. So the code in here, I have, sorry, I have uh, a code that writes the weather data also to the drive that we're going to map. Okay, so in the Docker file here, is just a normal Docker file without anything. But when we run, we want to have this my data mapped to the my drive C. So in that case, let's go to my drive C. Like that. Okay, so Docker run, and then port 8080 as usual, port 80, and then this PWD. If you look, okay, this what is PWD for anyone who don't know PowerShell. So what is PWD? PWD, if you do like that, PWD, and you will see that you are in this folder. Okay, so that's the idea of PWD. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run Docker, and then I'm going to map this path to my data, which is this. So everything that is run to my data, the volume in the Docker, it will be written here outside the Docker, which is the thing. And I'm just going to use mini API, the latest here, and let's run. Yay! And then what we are going to do is 8080. I'm just going to open in incognito. Okay, spoop. Hey, you see that? Uh, Let me just F5. You see that random thing? Because it's random. And maybe let's go to my data. Sorry, just type C. Okay, here. Yeah, here. So this is the one that every time, for example, if I F5 here, you see on the right, look at that. So it's writing to the drive C. Whatever I refresh here, it will write to drive C. So that's the idea lah. Okay. And the thing is, this one is running. It's not about only running. It's about, let's do something using Windows Terminal here. I'm just going to hold on. Go to the folder. Just want to make it quick. Or maybe I'm just going to stop first. Okay. So the thing is, this thing is quite small now, and we be able to run it in, for example, if you use Alpine also in maybe in Raspberry Pi, for example, you can deploy it, and then it will get a very good, it's small size, right? So that's the idea. So the point of minimal API is number one. You see, it's very small. Okay, and this one I use record. You see, I'm not using class because it's just a record, and then you can use usings here. Okay, and then put in on a different file, meaning that it's not going to go all everywhere. Let's say anything that using system, you don't have to add it in the new file. So for example, like this one, you see this, it's no longer needed in that sense. The idea is, if you still want to use a controller, that's also fine for big application, something like that. But if you want to just create a minimal API and you want to deploy it on Docker on this size, look at that. Compared to this one, for example, it's for me it's already enough. But yeah, actually this one I managed to make it 45.9, but on a different settings, not like this, and a different tooling last time, or maybe not. It's not tooling using tooling anymore at all. Oh, or maybe because of this. Let's delete this. I'm just curious. Sorry about that. So I'm just going to delete this first. Docker. Sorry. Docker RMI. Export this. Yes, and then I need to go back to the folder. Let's build. Docker build. Docker build. Yes, I need to publish first, right? Sorry. This is still the same. Actually, you can continue building, but I just want to show it one by one. So it's the output is clear in here. So number one, you need to publish build. And then after that, we are going to deploy to Docker again and see what is the size. Build. Let's see. Yes, please. Image. I can type properly. Yes, 46. Okay lah. 46. From 48.1 to 46, 2 megabytes. Kind of fine. Kind of fun and fine for me. Okay, so that's the idea. This tree is enough to run this application. Sorry, this application, the weather forecast, for example. And you can add more. The size will be grow up, but the footprint, if you look at from here, 46, maybe not maximum, probably like 80, or probably okay lah. Let's say 100. Still very small compared to this is the runtime. It's quite big. The Buster Slim maybe smaller, but it's I think still around 110 megabyte. I tested, and that one is only the only the runtime, the OS and runtime in Docker. Okay, so that is the idea of using minimal API. So with that, I am going to check whether any question. Yes, you can use a full. You want to use a full name like system collection, uh, generic, can also. And then yes, Paul. Yes, you can minimize more, ditch the runtime and compile natively. Yes, but I haven't tried that. If someone can do that and share in this community, that will be fine. So if anyone wants to talk, just let us know, or let Chunlin know, so we be able to host this thing. Okay. So yeah, that's it. It's already 9 p.m. And I think the idea is with .NET 6 currently still squiggly like this. We are fine with that. But later, once it has released in November, uh, that one is LTS. It's a long-term service release, so we can use .NET 6 from starting point, and it's so much faster. I tested several comparison with .NET 5. It is super fast compared to the .NET 5. The thing is, what I want to compare for someone asking, believe it or not, someone still using .NET framework. We need to persuade them to move to .NET, at least .NET 5 first, and then go to .NET 6. So that will be awesome. Okay. So I think, yeah, that's it. And all of you guys, thank you very much. We hopefully can do a in-person meeting, in-person meetup. I'm really, really expecting that. I have a bunch of, for example, like gift, a swag that I haven't. I just keep it in with me until in-person event, because that will be awesome. Or once it's available, once it's allowed, then we be able to meet again together and have fun with .NET. Okay, so guys, thank you very much, and hopefully to see you soon next time. Okay, bye bye.